future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Well, her name is Heidi Alexa. The world revolves around her smile.
I bought a super pretty pink bikini this weekend to match my super pretty pink lipstick.
Oh, but being in a new relationship is so fun. Like talking to him on the phone and you talk for hours, and then finally, like, somebody has to get off the phone, so you're like, bye. No, you hang up. You hang up first. Hello? So then you have to call him back a 5th time, and then the 6th time, and so then the 7th time, you just can't stop hitting redial. And then you break up.
Let's see if I can pick up a gay guy. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. You're cute. You're welcome. Do you want to be my friend? You're obviously committed and somebody's a little jealous of somebody. Did you see that? Like, I can't believe you didn't just say, yeah, why don't you just come here? Because they have another token gay girl. Hi, God, it's me again. I tried to call you earlier, but you didn't answer your phone. I went right to the voicemail.
She's got the giggle.
Oh, my God.
She's got the wiggle.
Hello, it's my birthday. Where's my wine? Where's the wine? No, don't show them on camera. It's not their time. You're in punishment. I'll tell you what, it's been really, I can't hear in my headphones, but I'm having a terrific hair day, which is great. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Stop it. You're not talking right now. It's not till I tell you to talk. I don't know why people don't listen to me. It's just very inappropriate and weird. You know what I mean? It's boundaries. Boundaries. I won my 3rd grade spelling bee. And perhaps you should learn the definition. It's called boundaries. My mic's not staying up either, Engineer Jarvis. It's fine. It doesn't have to be a great day on your birthday. It should just be a great day whenever it happens to be a great day. Are we staying up now, or what's going on? Yeah, these things are so weird. And now this thing's in my face. It's been a fun day. Do you like my lipstick? It's my new MAC red lipstick. Happy birthday. So I decided to sing a birthday song to myself. Because when I sing a birthday song to other people, they don't like it. So I'm not going to do it yet because I want to talk about boundaries. I still can't hear very much in my headphones. It feels like there's wax in my ears, except it's my headphones. So she sells seashells by the seashore. Is there a kink in the chain? Who put a kink in my chain? So anyway, boundaries are very important, and they get violated a lot if you allow them to. And even if you don't, and you try to protect yourself from people who violate boundaries, it's a little better. I can hear myself a little more, but I prefer a little more. I just like to hear myself talk. That's why I live alone. Just keep talking. That's good. Not louder than, a little bit lower. Now we're blowing the eardrums out, and then that's just a little louder. That's it. Well, we're training men. It's called boundaries. We have to respect each other's boundaries, and we have to respect our own boundaries. It's been a boundary challenging week. Try year. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know what it is about myself, but I have a problem. People take advantage of me even when I'm a bitch, and I don't allow them to take advantage, but they try anyway. I tell them the rules. I tell them what I need. I tell them on Thursdays, don't talk to anybody unless it's related to the show. And because today was my birthday, well, people thought that, that boundary was not in alignment anymore. And I got a ton of calls. I have 26 unanswered text messages. I love you guys. Thank you for my birthday wishes. And I love you, love you, love you. But don't say, can you call me right now when it's 2 minutes before the show? That's not going to happen, okay? Also, men have a tendency to think that if for some reason, they're in the handyman work area or something where they can enter into your home or your apartment, that it is okay for them to make themselves a little cozy. You're paying them to do a job. They would do the job in 1 hour for somebody else, if they didn't like him or it was a dirty house or they were stinky or not pretty. But apparently none of that relates to me. So I've had 4 handymen. 4 handymen take advantage of me or try in the last month. Okay, I'm talking why would I even have to go through 4? Okay, it's not like we're dating. I'm just paying you to do a job. I'm not going to happen. Not going to date you. So it's been really crazy. One handyman actually got out of alignment, and then he said, I was an escort. I was an escort, and he couldn't stop talking about it. He actually pulled out a piece of paper from his pocket and said, these are the names that the woman down the street, the rich woman in your neighborhood down the street, gave me as a call girl to tell me that I can go to these agencies and become an escort again. And I'm like, oh, I said, I don't need them. I don't even need to know. We need to get this done. I'm telling you what, nobody, and then they left holes in my wall and they won't patch them. And then they wanted to come back the next day, and they always leave something behind. Why? I have a hammer, I've got a screwdriver, I have an electric screwdriver, I have all of their nails. Thanks, I'm not giving them back, and you cannot come back over, If you want your tools, you should have took them with you. So people don't get it. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry. You're falling down. The thing is that women like to have their boundaries respected. So when you wonder what the hell's going on and why all of a sudden she was nice one minute and not nice the next minute, perhaps you need to look at, how you're stepping out of the boundaries. Because after all, women really are the ones in control. Anyway, I'm Heidi Selexa, and there's another Happy Heidi Thought. And welcome to Out of the Friend Zone. It's my birthday show. I have really fun guests today. Woo! Yay! I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you. I really wanted to have everybody I've ever had on my show here, but there's no room in this studio. You know what that would look like? We should have just rented out a bar. I mean, there's been a lot of people on the show. You know what I mean? We could have a big bar party. And then, Jarvis, the engineer, could have come on location. Are you depressed, Jarvis? You seem very depressed. Did you say happy birthday yet to me?
Yeah, I sent you a post and everything.
You sent me an e-card or a post on Facebook?
Text you.
You texted me. Well, maybe you're one of the 26 text messages I didn't get to yet. I called you 5 times today. Anyway, back to me. I'm not obsessive. So on the program today, we have got you guys are all so incredibly talented. Okay, I'm just going to start, and I don't want any comments from you. It's just going to get way too confusing with all of you guys in the studio. It's like we're having a slumber party at one time. And then you can just loosen all up, okay? So we have Clint June Gamboa, and he's a fabulous singer. I mean, he was on American Idol 10. Was it is American Idol season 10? Season 10. And then what episode did you get booted off for because you you threw the other guy under the bus? What the heck is that? That has nothing to do with your singing. What the hell was that? I mean, J-Lo was on the floor when she heard him sing. I mean, she went crazy. And Steven Tyler was like, wow, dude. I mean, you're insanely talented. However, I will have to admit, when you came over my house today and you looked in the mirrors and said, oh my God, my hair's too straight. I need to curl it. It's a little, I'm trying to roll it up. Do you have any bobby pins? And then, do you have any gel? And you were
I didn't ask for Joe.
He's sitting in front of my vanity, okay? Oh my God, what? And he's not gay, which if he was, that was fine. You know what I mean? He's as tall as me. He's 5'2", and he's not gay. But, I have no idea where that came from. I really just want you to drink a sip of wine. Okay, and then when you're done with that sip, I want you to belt out something and show your talent. Just no warm up. I just want you to do it. You guys, let me show you something. He's insanely talented. He could get hit by a bus and have no sleep for 2 weeks, and then he could just roll into American Idol and just do the most amazing. I mean, everything is on pitch. He's into it. He's the best performer I have ever seen in my life on stage. And then after, he gets so nervous he pees his pants. But he doesn't do it until after the performance, which is really we're all actresses in this room. I mean, you're a guy, so, whatever. But you know what I mean? We know you don't worry about anything until after the performance. You go, oh my God, why did I do that? Why didn't I do this? Jarvis, you're humming and hawing. What's going on? Are you okay, sweetheart? You okay? Okay, you look pretty.
Oh, thank you.
He's a straight guy, too. I like your shirt. Is it the UCLA Bruins?
It was a gift. I think it is.
Really? Because it's everyone's going to ask you that when you wear a UCLA shoe. I wish you'd come on camera. Anyway, would you guys stop whispering? And next to Clint is his, he needs this guy. I mean, Clint can really belt it out. He can even do a cappella in an American Idol audition. But today he said, well, Frank's going to be there, right? And I said, well, yeah, he's your guitarist, of course. He's insanely talented. I mean, he's written songs for Beyonce and Usher and, so many others. And he's going to get to that in a minute. And he goes, good, because I don't know how I'm going to sing without him. And I was like, he's so dependent. You guys are like codependent. And it's really unhealthy. But it's cute. You guys are both cute. And, Frank, you're an amazing producer. And you picked Clint up off the street and said, you're cute. Let's make you sing, right? Clint was hanging out on the corner.
A little different than that, but.
How did you pick him up?
Do me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, Clint was referred to me by my consultant, a guy named Derek Wade, who has a management company, and he knew of Clint. And with American Idol finalists, they have them wrapped up in a contract with 19 Management. So, working with that company, and then myself and Lamar Van Sciver, we produced his album. And Clint doesn't even know this, but we've been working on getting him a record deal. We want to go with a major.
Yeah.
And right now we're
Stop picking your fingernails, Clint. He's talking about you.
He doesn't know. I mean, we almost 100% have a deal with a record company. Yeah.
And Clint doesn't know that he's.
Well, we've actually kind of behind the scenes when you were asking him before. Getting someone a record deal, it's a long process.
I know it is,
and it's timing, and A&R people move in and out all the time, and relationships change. So a record company that I've actually been doing some business with has been interested in him, looking at him, and we've been kind of going back and forth and thinking he's just the best, and we think that it is.
Hell yeah.
So for the situation, so we're about ready to do it.
Clint, are you excited?
It's been a long time.
This is a lot to even take in because, like he said, I have no idea what's going on, so.
I'll tell you what, Frank, if it weren't for you, this little thing, Clint, would be lost floating around the world. He came over, he was so cute. He came over my house today, okay? I said, just come on over early, sweetie. I'll take you with me. And because he's so cute, and he's so sweet. And he loves my place. He loves my apartment. He goes, wow. Because I redid my place. I mean, everyone knows that. It's been 5 months. Sorry to keep. Yeah, right? No, I know there's other people here too. But Lori, my show singer, don't show her on camera yet because it's like taking the clothes off before the kiss.
Wow.
One person.
Can't do that.
You got to, you just kind of got to slow into it. Okay? We're focused on YouTube. But she did my place. But Clint came in, and it was fantastic because he was like, wow, Feng Shui is amazing in here.
Feng Shui. Feng Shui, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I know, but it's like, it doesn't say SHEY.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I know what yin and yang is pronounced like, and I know Feng Shui.
Yeah.
Because I actually had a woman come over. She was a little weird, and she told me to sleep, upside down. That was the right way to sleep. I was going to sleep sound through the whole night if I was, just backwards and upside down. And that's what, he said. So I thought that was, but he came in and goes, oh my God, the flow. And it is amazing. I really did. But I showed.
The energy's really good.
Yeah, it is really good. And, you came in and just kind of ran around like he was like a little mouse. He's like, oh, look at this. He's like I have like a little toy place. It's like, you could play in my place. It's super fun.
Yeah.
And it's pretty and it's sexy and it's organized. It's comfortable and it's functional. So I'm so glad you came over and I showed you that. I even bought you a sandwich.
Yeah.
A vegetarian sandwich from the store, and I had it delivered to the apartment. You haven't eaten it yet.
I haven't eaten, and I can't wait to eat it.
Because we were having too much fun. He was watching me do my makeup. That was a lot of fun. As he was doing his hair behind me. Like, oh like my hair's too straight. Like I have to curl it. But so Frank and Clint, I mean, I'm just glad you have him because he's super talented. And, without you, he would just be running around and women would be controlling him, and it's better that it's better that you do it, But so this is a show to understand or to help men understand what women want because they just don't get it, and we all know that, and I get asked advice everywhere. And that's great. Even the carpet cleaner wants to know what to do with his wife. We'll get there.
Whoa.
Later. Yeah. It's like I'm afraid to say what my show is, but I do know what I'm doing, and I know what's going on. So, thank you so much for coming on, because Clint is single, and he's a good-looking guy. And
Thanks.
he doesn't throw anyone under the bus anymore. He learned the lesson. J-Lo kicked him right in the booty.
You want to know what's funny is, like, okay, right after that, after that whole situation, I ran into this one guy. He's also a producer, and nothing ever went because I felt like this guy just wasn't the right fit for what I wanted to do. But we did do a really cool song called Under the Bus. And it talks about being thrown under the bus, and it's like what he took, like he kind of started co-writing it, like he pre-wrote it, and then I went in, and then we finished writing it together. And so it pretty much, it could be talking about a relationship, but what his idea was for it to sound like it's talking about a relationship, but what it really was is about the whole American Idol experience. And so it was kind of cool, but I was like, I kind of dig the song, but then we know that was just our one song that was good together, but then it just wasn't like, it didn't work out between the two of us to work together as musicians together, so
Yeah.
I mean, but it was a really cool song, and maybe we'll do it later.
Yeah,
We'll
we can do it. We can do
Yeah.
it later,
Yeah.
But we'll get there later. And so
Yeah.
you guys think about what song you guys want to sing for me for my birthday song, and we're looking for an audience member, a caller, who can Google how many birthday songs are there made. There's Stevie Wonder, there's Marilyn Monroe, there's Heidi Selexa's birthday song. I mean, there's lots of birthday songs, And so, do that. In the meantime, we're going to skip over the guys and move the camera over to the ladies. And so you guys are now in the back burner. By the way, Frank, your hair looks fantastic.
Well, thank you. I just got it cut last week.
It looks really good. Did you put gel in it, or it's naturally curly, right? Do you
It
have
is. It is.
And you're not black at all?
No, I'm Scottish and a little Indian.
Because, Clint over here is Filipino, but he thinks he's, African American. He's like, yo, what's up, brother? What's going on? He comes in my place. He's like, yo, this place is this feng shui. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Clint, honey, sweet pea. He's like, what's up, girl? And then we start talking like we're from the South. So, you guys, did you want a hairbrush? You brush and curl your hair, because you guys both have terrific hair today.
Oh, thanks.
In the meantime, we're going to move the camera over to the girls. And this is Lori. She's my show singer. She's fantastic.
Hi.
Lori is fantastic. I found her in a piano bar. I was there with,
I wasn't singing. I was just sitting there
until I made you sing.
begging. No.
I have to thank you for singing Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You" on the spot for me. I made her do it. It was just terrific. I mean, it just, oh my God, like wow. I was there with the date, and I didn't even know he existed after the song. So apparently, I'm not always going to love him. Not going to happen.
Song didn't work.
And I mean, and maybe he wasn't actually a boyfriend, but a friend boy, man, whatever. We won't go there. Well, you know what I'm talking about, Lori. We're not going to be talking about that today.
Right.
Okay? Maybe he's a rainbow.
Maybe. Maybe he is.
And that's fine.
It would be my personal opinion. But
and
perhaps
that's
he was.
terrific. I'll go shopping with him. You know what I mean?
Great.
So,
Yeah.
But Lori, I found her and I said, this is it. And it was love at first sight. And I said, Lori, you have to be the singer on my show. You have to come in, and I want you to do it in a bluesy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my hair now. It's like, their hair is prettier than mine. It's not gonna work for me. I said, I want you to come in and do whatever I want you to do, because you can sing, and I want to make you a star. So, I like to do that with people because I know talent, and I think that there's a lot of people out there who are famous that, that's bullshit, okay? Not talent. And I don't mean to be mean, and I'm sure there's talent in other areas. Maybe they're a great handyman. I don't know, but
Which you need right now.
Well, I thought you did my handy. Well, we're done now. I
did
just have
some.
I have 5 shelves to hang, and Lori's going to come out after the show with my drill and the nails and do it herself. She knows how to do it. I tried it the other night. I couldn't hold it. You know, I have 2 hands. Anyway, so back to me. Lori, so we fell in love, and then I said, you need to come on the show. We're not lesbians, by the way. And it's just, you know, like friend love, you know, like you love somebody, you know what I mean? That's like real love. You know, sometimes you'd rather be with a friend, a girlfriend who makes you smile and you have fun with, or even a guy who just lifts your spirits as opposed to some negative Nelly or negative, you know, Ned or whatever. It's like, why do you want to date that? Why do you want to date someone negative? So anyway, Lori just lifted my spirits with her singing, and I lift hers, and it's just great. And you're fantastic. You have an album coming out, your first album.
I do. Monday, we're releasing it.
Yay.
So it's very exciting. It's been about a year's worth of work, and I'm really excited for it to be done and to give it off to the world.
I mean, she's so good. In the meantime, while you know we're saying this, just really quick before we get to super talented Paige next to you, in a different way, sing "Out of the Friend Zone" with Heidi Selexa.
Oh, gosh.
Remember? You don't remember how you did it?
Heidi Selexa, out of the friend zone.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, did it? Yeah.
It is. Would you want to melt? I heard the echo on that. Do it one more time.
I heard the echo too.
Yeah,
that was nice.
But that was cool. That was like
good.
that was like a new style. I just think we became producers and producing the next style. There's no electronic music anymore. It's just echoes.
Just echo.
You know what I mean, Frank? Can we do that? Can we just echo each other?
You could.
What if I don't sing? I can't even carry a tune except when I'm not focusing on it. What if there's one perfect pitch that comes out of my voice and we want to like loop it and echo it and then change the volume, and then you could even like stretch it out and make a word. It's like, oh my God, I just did a hit song. So, you know what I mean? That was just my own brain. But go ahead. So sing it one more time.
Again? Okay. Heidi Selexa, out of the friend zone.
That's so hot. Now do Dr. Craig Thede. Remember SoCal Oral Surgery? This is my sponsor. He's so amazing, by the way. But I said, Lori, I want you to do a doctor. His name is SoCal Oral Surgery.
I'm trying to. We tried to fit so many words into just a very little.
But that's how he likes
phrase.
it.
It would we do something. SoCalOralSurgery.com.
That's it. That was so great. Yeah. And then I talk. I'm like, oh my God. So my teeth are really pretty, thanks to Dr. Craig Thede. And as a matter of fact, he does all kinds of surgeries. And I just want to thank him for the show, and also Renee Lynn with ageinterventionist.com. It's why my skin is so pretty, and it's all her. Like seriously, I used to always have to wear makeup, and now I don't really have to except on camera. And I just look like I'm 12. You know, so I'm just aging backwards. Either that or it was the vampire in my dream. Anyway, so Lori, we're going to talk about your album and play your stuff. And then next to you, we have Paige. And Paige.
Yes.
Paige is amazing. Paige and I met through Frank, through Clint, you know, because Clint has an entourage. And he doesn't know. He floats around. Where do I go? What street do I cross? Where's Paige? Right? Am I right? Yeah. So Paige has several Emmys, and well, no, how many?
Well, I've won like 1 or 2 Emmys, but Golden Reel Awards for sound. But I do sing, you know. I don't know if you know that.
Okay, Paige and I are friends. Okay, we go shopping together. We go to lunch together. We talk on the phone every day together, except on Thursdays if she's not on the show with Frank or Clint, or by herself. And you know, we bitch together. And you know, when girls do that, there's no time for singing. Okay, and that's the thing is like I could stay on the phone and not hear a song because we're bitching. So, girls like to do that, and so do guys. I hate to say it, but even straight guys are chatty Cathys and they're gossipy Gales. I'm sorry. You really? You think because you're a guy that they're not gossiping behind our back? Hell yeah, they are. They're saying, dude, I like her, but I don't know. Like, she does. Like she's, you know, her apartment's messy, or you know, I mean, she's got a great body, but like her hair's greasy. You know, she's a great cook. But I don't want to look at her, you know. So I mean, I know what you guys talk about. I do because I have brothers, which, by the way, neither one of them have called me today.
Whoa,
that's terrible.
Yeah, Daddy didn't call me today either. I got a text message from my sister-in-law to FaceTime, which is I totally am going to FaceTime them back. But anyway, back to you. So sing for me, sing something.
Well-
So my show's Out of the Friend Zone, and I'm Heidi Selexa, and it's a show to help men understand what women want. I don't know, I suck, but you don't. So,
Well,
Go
what
ahead.
I do singing wise is I sing in movies and television,
Mhm.
and I sing like a little girl. I sing little kids' voices.
Oh, how cute!
So
Can
you
we
know,
do my theme song in like a little kid voice? Can you sing it in like a
I can sing Happy Birthday
Yeah.
like a little kid.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heidi. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah!
So great! Woo! That's so great.
Funny.
That was a real kid.
That
Like
was
I said,
super-
that was
I can talk. I'm a kid too.
Stevie Wonder would not know the difference.
Oh no.
Stevie Wonder.
I bet if he talks, he still sounds like a kid, especially if he's whining at his wife. I don't know where it is. So anyway, so you've won awards because you do sound effects for TV shows and films, and we're gonna do samples. She's gonna take something randomly in the room and make a really cool sound. But is that what you won the awards for?
Yeah, I've won a lot of awards for sound effects for TV shows and movies. I'm a Foley artist.
How do you spell that?
Foley.
So we always wonder, how do they make the horse sounds, like when the horses are galloping, or like when somebody's brushing their hair or making out, or something.
Yeah.
But so you know what to do with that. You know how to do that.
Well, for horses, we take coconut shell halves and we put roofing compound in them,
Oh.
and we bake it overnight in the oven.
Uh-huh.
Like not overnight, but for a long time, 4 hours. And then we do it in the dirt. And I have small hands, so I use a small coconut. And you can.
It's like that Monty Python sketch.
Yes.
Yeah. And some people like a 4 count, and some people like 3. So we have to do that. And
I don't even want to comment.
I could show
I
you.
have small hands, so I use a small coconut. How's his coconuts?
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
I
but-
was like, that was funny. Yeah, but I would think that would make sense for the horse feet. Lori,
Yeah.
stop laughing at me.
I'm glad that you picked up that I was laughing at you and not with you.
She was. Actually. I'm totally fine with it. Lori was at my house, and we did a radio show from my house, and then we had sound problems, and she fixed it by unplugging my refrigerator. She's very smart. It was making noise. It was making noise. Right. I was like, "What's that noise? I don't hear it." The engineer's like, "I don't like the sound. Unplug it." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So back to you. So you've been doing this for a while.
20 years.
And one day when you were a little girl, you woke up and said, "Oh, I could do this, and it sounds like a horse." Or, you just...
No, like I had to do bird flaps of their wings. And I decided, I saw a feather duster in the prop closet, and I took it, and I have one with me. I can show you.
Yeah.
If you want me
So
to.
grab it, but while we do that, we're going to have the boys sing.
Okay.
And because they're lonely in the corner. So
we're a little lonely.
and also Frank, Lori's a fantastic. Lori, do you sing with the guitar? I mean, you'd play the guitar?
I used to play the guitar, actually. I grew up playing the guitar, but if you looked at my fingernails now, you would know that I no longer do that. I could not
She
play
no
the
longer
guitar.
has calluses.
That being
Oh, you
said,
have longer fingernails?
right. That being said, though, I can sing to any instrument.
Okay.
Sure.
So-
Doesn't have to be a piano.
So, I mean, we're gonna hear them, but I think Frank, you and Lori should team up and do something. Because I would love to hear it. I've made Lori sing a cappella, and we are gonna have you, Lori, do "I Will Always Love You" for my birthday.
Oh. Okay.
If you want to, you can gargle salt water in the restroom. You can do whatever you need to do to warm up. But I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
It's amazing to hear you sing that song, and it's my birthday.
It is your birthday.
Kind of got to hear it. But so, think about, what you need to do and, really process Whitney and the feeling of love and all that while the boys are singing.
Yeah.
So Clint, June, Kimbo, and Frank, and, you guys are so talented together.
So this song is actually a cover song. It's one of my favorite cover songs lately to do. It's a new cover song that I've been performing places with Frank. And
you mean karaoke bar?
No, not again.
I'm telling you what, Clint is in love with karaoke bars, and
It's it's my Filipino side. I can't escape it. I cannot escape it. We were born with a magic sing mic in our hands. It just came with a package.
You know what? I'll have to say, and you don't have the Filipino accent, but that
it's my Filipino side. We love karaoke.
Okay.
It's just like, don't you just want to eat them up? Okay, sing. Shut up.
So
and
this
sing.
is the cover. It's called Difference. It's by Bobby Tinsley, and this is mine and Frank's version of it. If life is what you make it, then why are children naked, dying in the streets every day? Homeless man on the corner, begging for a quarter, saying, son, can you bear some change? Oh, I wish that I could take all the pain in the world and make it go away, but I can't. But what I can do is try to inspire you to live loud, scream out, don't stay in the box, break out. Every boy and every girl, we gotta make a difference in this world. Gotta make a difference in this world. We gotta make a difference in this world. We gotta make, we gotta make a difference in this world. People acting like a fool, shootouts in the school, violence escalating every day. Has the world gone mad? Well, look at where we're at. I'm afraid to have a baby, 'cause it's not safe. I wish that I could take all the pain in the world and make it go away, but I can't. But what I can do is try to inspire you to live loud, scream out, don't stay in the box, break out. Every boy and every girl, we gotta make a difference in this world. Gotta make a difference in this world. Gotta make a difference in this world. We gotta make a difference in this world. I still believe that with love we can conquer. All men are equal when God is our Father. Gotta make a difference in this world. Gotta make a difference in this world. We gotta make a difference in this world. Oh, yeah. Oh, so we gotta make, gotta make a difference in this world.
So do you have the key to my apartment? I'm so kidding. That was amazing. I mean, like, you just rolled in off the street and whips it out. I mean, it's. I mean, no, really. I mean, and Frank, you guys are so in tune. I mean, you're naturally talented without Clint. But together it's like, extra firecrackers. It's like a makeout session that's, extra deep and lasts for 25 hours. So wow, Clint, stop checking your phone.
I was sending vital stuff.
Yes.
What stuff?
It's vital.
Really? What's
It's-
vital?
Social
Like
stuff.
social media. and
Social
stuff.
media.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you just tape yourself while you were
No,
singing?
I didn't. I can't. I'm not that talented.
He's like, selfie while I do it. And you know what I mean?
I
Like,
can't. It will get. If I were to do that, it would get like my neck down. Like it would just be like my neck.
Okay, so when you were 3 or 2 or whenever you started breathing and talking, did you realize, oh, damn, I'm super talented. I can sing like an angel. I mean, you're amazing, Clint. And you're so fun and you're so grounded. Except your mom doesn't think so, but that's not important. Not on my show. No, I mean, well, I mean, you know what I mean? It's the thing. I know Clint.
You know what?
Lori's like, what the hell? No, it's a long story. I'm just cracking a joke here.
I think that for the most part I am grounded. I am a free spirit, so in that
Me
sense,
too. We fly around together.
in that sense I'm not grounded, and I think that's the part that most people see, but not in a bad way. They see like that I like to just have freedom, like it's and music is what allows me to feel free, because honestly, like if I wasn't singing or if I wasn't writing or if doing music at all, I probably would be a pretty insane person, like just like closed up in this shell and not being able to do anything. But because I have that outlet, I'm able to be free.
I feel like
but
that on the
stay
radio.
grounded at the same time.
I feel like on the radio, I'm just flying through the microphone. It's not. This thing is not here. It's no apparatus in the way. I'm just
when you have your
in
outlet,
the room
that's
with
what
them.
it's about.
Yeah. Right. I feel like it's like a one-on-one or something, and so I fly through the microphone, and it's fun. I guess we fly together. Have you ever had those flying dreams? Where
I have. Those are my favorite ones. It always used to start off the same way.
Yeah, you're
the same
flying.
way. Like, well, mine's always started off like, because when I was a kid, it was always like comic book characters. So it always started off with me getting like a running start, like in a circle, like, and then I would take off and like I would just keep flying for days.
You know what? Really? In your dream, it's days long, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It seems like it.
Wow.
Because
in my flying dreams, I'm flying high, and there's always bad people trying to get me. And I fly, and they never get me.
No.
And at XM, that happened. And then the next day, I was told, like, oh, your show's #1. And I was like, oh, so it's like a significant thing where it's like, you got to fly because they're trying to bring you down, and the people are trying to get you, and they can't get you. But it's like, thank God, because if they actually grabbed you, I heard you could fall out of your dream or something. Wow. I don't know if that's true. That's just, One time I had a dream that a vampire and I made out, and I haven't, I haven't aged since. But my mother heard him fly through the wall. I'm not even kidding you. And I was asleep. No. He did. And I heard a voice that said, "Stop it, Travis. You're not supposed to be around her." And he like fled, and it was a big boom through the wall. And my mother comes running, and I'm in a deep sleep, right? And I wake up from it, and then she sees that I'm not up, and she's like, she thought something. Like she thought I threw something at the wall, or like threw like something that blew my wall up. It was so loud, and I said, "Mom, no." And she's like, "Oh my God." I said, "But I did just wake up from a dream with the vampire, and we were making out, and he got in trouble from his leader that he wasn't supposed to be around me, and I don't know, like seriously." And I haven't aged since, and that was 15 years ago, and I haven't aged.
Wow.
I don't age. I
Where's
don't
the
know.
vampire?
His
Where's
name
this
was
vampire?
it was Travis or Trevor, and that's Tony Sweet here has a show tomorrow, which is very supernatural, and so I should be on a show with this story, but I do know that we at least made out, and perhaps there was a little punctuation, and I'm never gonna age. There was blood exchanged, and it's fine. I'm fine. I don't need Botox thanks to the vampire. So anyway, great. I mean, you guys are so fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Frank, and when you started writing music, did you actually go to your mirror and say, I think I'm going to sit there and be a music producer, and I'm going to start singing backup vocals? And my hair looks pretty.
You know what it was? I've been doing this for a really long time, and there was this TV show, The Monkees. You remember the Monkeys?
the Monkeys.
Hey, for the monkeys.
There was
Who doesn't know the monkeys?
I know, but
right?
the guitarist who wrote a lot of those songs, there was just something really cool about that whole thing. Whether the guys that were in the show who weren't really, I think from what I understand, they were just kind of musicians, or they had other people playing the instruments for them. But there was a guy named Tommy Tedesco who's a guitar player, and he had written a lot of the songs and played on it. And I just thought that was so cool for some reason, you know. And I started to understand a little bit more about, you know, the business of music and writing songs. And, you know, I also, you know, perform. I perform with Clint June and also with Lakota. And, you know, I love doing that. And I realized this is, you know, what it takes. You have to have music that's, you know, on TV and film and on other people's records. And then you're also performing. And so I kind of learned that, and then kind of, you know, adjusted my life to try to fit those girls.
I have so many interesting people on my birthday show. So, Jarvis, we are going to keep it rolling because we have like 5 or 10 minutes before the live show ends. But just so you know, it's going to air tomorrow, and we're just going to keep it rolling. I mean, it may even air Wednesday. Why don't we just do a Heidi show every day because everyone's so talented? You know what I mean? But I mean, that's really great. I think you've written for Beyonce, Usher.
Oh, yeah. Well, Timberland, I worked for, like I mentioned before, when I was with Conjunction Entertainment and the Mosley Group. And we had written, and when you're writing for an artist like that, you are, like I worked with Beyonce specifically on the Birthday album. So you're writing all the demos, playing guitar. There's so much that goes into, you know, writing a song.
Can you sing a Beyonce birthday song? For
No.
me?
I can't.
Well, why can't you? But there should be a birthday song on there. I mean, why the hell would you name it birthday? Okay, if there's no.
You're right.
I think there is, but
well,
no,
go figure it out.
Look
Go
it up.
Back to the
I'll look
girls.
it up.
Okay, back to the girls. Here
we have
go.
to focus on the girls now, and then you guys can, you know, go play.
We'll do our homework.
Go do your homework and play, and then come back, and you know, we're gonna do part 2 and part 3 and part 4 and part 5 and part Clint and part Lori. And it's just, you know what I mean? Part Frank, part Lori. So anyway, Lori,
Yes,
when
ma'am.
I fell in love with you, when I heard your voice, it was amazing, and I want to hear something. Do you want to do the song, one of the songs from the album, or do you want to do something live? Because I really want you to do I Will Always Love You. But I did
I know
not
you do.
warn you.
You
I
did
did
not warn me. I may have skipped all the dairy I ate today.
Does that affect your voice?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But you know,
Damn
no,
it.
I won't be a baby about it. It's your birthday.
Thank you. Oh my God, I love her. Oh, thank you, Lori.
Yeah, but you're not gonna put your audience through listening to all of the whole song a
No,
cappella.
but can we
Well-
just hang on? Let me grab.
We should find an instrumental for her,
Um,
so that maybe she could do the whole song. I would love to hear it.
You just hate me. You
I
just
don't hate you. I don't hate you. I already, just from the little samples that you already gave, I already love your voice. So, I mean,
okay,
Yeah.
really quick, you guys. While you're doing this, my niece and nephew are little musicians in bands, and we're gonna FaceTime them while you sing because I want them to see you. And they also haven't called for Aunt Heidi's birthday.
Oh.
And my nephew, when he plays the guitar, Frank, he turns in the corner. He turns away from the. He just does what it's like ADD a little bit, but it's not really, even though I have it. He turns in the corner and he plays different. He wears his sunglasses. He's super cool. He's half tie. He's this cutest little kid. And so everyone's like, oh my God, why is he turning sideways? I said he's an artist. Okay,
He's an artist.
you know what I mean. If he wants to play backwards and upside down, then that's what you
That's
do.
right.
And the little
Don't question him.
the little
Yeah,
bee,
right.
she's not answering, and I bought her a tablet, and him. Are you kidding? Are you serious? Hello. So let me just do this. My sister-in-law. So we're gonna do this. Okay. So go ahead and start because then they'll just jump in the middle of it because that's what we do. So Lori,
Sure. All right. Well, I'll sing like a verse for you then. Okay.
a verse. That's all I get.
Well, you don't want everyone to listen to an a cappella singer, do you? For like 4 minutes.
Well, you're okay.
that's why we should get the instrumental for her.
I tell you
I
what. Why don't you?
He's got the instrumental.
All right, let's do it.
But
He's-
I want What do you mean the instrumental?
He's got a backing track.
He's got a backing track.
Well, the family doesn't care. Screw them. They can blow out my own candles later. So go ahead. So are we doing a cappella? Or are we doing an instrument like a?
He's got a backing track that I've never sung
let's do
with,
it.
so we'll see. Yeah. I hope it's in the right key. I hope I know the song well enough.
This is from Bodyguard. I could just start acting like, oh my God, I love the guy, and I can't be.
You have
with
to
him.
start it over for her so she can start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I like this kind of synthed, like, yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll just do it a cappella. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Woo! Yeah.
Happy birthday, Heidi.
Thank you. And
You're
you
welcome.
can sing the rest later in my apartment when you're nailing the little.
I will do that when I'm doing your handyman's work for you.
I mean, she does handyman work too.
My family owns a contracting company. They are not musicians, so I got that skill from them.
And then
I can
your
swing a hammer.
mother has a beautiful voice, and that's where, isn't it your mother?
Yeah. But also my grandfather had a big band in the 40s.
Why didn't you ever try out for American Idol or The Voice or anything like that, like Clint did? You guys are amazing. When I said today I want, like, Clint is the male version of Lori, except he doesn't know how to use a hammer, and Lori is the female version of
I know
Clint.
how to use a hammer.
Well, we're gonna go back and pull out some tools, so we'll see. We'll see how he handles that hammer.
You know, I've put cabinets together and stuff like that before.
Yeah.
I've done that. So.
Okay, back to Lori.
It's not about you right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Lori,
my bad.
You're amazing. Lori is amazing. I melted in the piano bar, and the date, just let me melt there. He didn't try to pick me up, but amazing, Lori. I mean, and
Well,
you
thank you.
have. Do you have the name for the album?
Yeah, it's called the Live Project. We did the whole thing is one take. So we accompanied each of them. There are the whole thing is 28 songs, 15 songs on the audio album. But we accompanied each song with a video. So throughout the next few months, we'll be releasing one song per week.
Who
on
shot
YouTube.
your videos? Because I want someone to do my music videos, and I don't sing, but I want to, have my own music videos.
Yeah, I'll give them a shout out.
I dance.
They did a great job. Two of my really dear friends, Josh Frackleton and Nick Brown.
Wow.
So the concept of the album was a bunch of musicians and I were sitting around trying to think of, in the music business, you have to figure out what makes you different. I'm from the Northeast. I'm from that kind of, Boston, New York feel where you're expected to do it right the first time. And so we thought, okay, well, that's it. That's what makes us different. We can do it right the first time.
Well, why don't you
So,
talk like you're from the East Coast? You don't talk like it.
Well, neither do you right now either.
I talk like I'm from Long Island.
Long
or
Island.
I'm a California girl. It sounds like she's talking like she's some New York,
I
coffee talking person.
I do sometimes. There are some words I say, like when I say like dog or cop, like you can kind of hear
Boston.
it. But Boston. I'm from Boston, and but for the most part, no. You have to like get me on the rare occasion that I get like good and drunk.
We're doing that tonight after the show, and she's taking me out for cocktails, ladies' night.
Or she's gonna put a whole thing of like dry red wine in me and be like, "Sing, I will always love you." At 2 in the morning.
I probably would do that. And just sing it until I fall asleep.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? Let me record it, and she's amazing. You were so talented, and I love your smart ass attitude to me. 'Cause
It's purely out of love and respect.
I know. But Frank and Clint melted when they heard you. I heard. I saw.
I totally melted.
Yeah, right.
And he's straight.
Jarvis did too. Jarvis was in the universe of the unicorns and floating in a meadow, thinking of his soulmate. I mean,
Oh, that's nice.
You're that beautiful.
I spend the majority of my time singing for gay men, so I don't generally get that reaction.
Well, that would.
I get a lot of girl. I get
You know how to sing, girl. So we're gonna move to Paige, but we're not stopping the show just because in 3.5 minutes, my engineer has to start the next show because he's gonna pee his pants. He's a little nervous. Nervous, Nellie. Jarvis, calm down. Just settle down and relax, okay? When I started the show with him like a year ago, I used to whip him and then he was crying, and then I relaxed, and then now he's the one.
You're setting yourself up
He
there.
tries to bring a whip out, and I'm like, what are you doing? Relax. I know what's going on here. It's me, Heidi Selecta. Chill. Okay, everyone's
Chill, Shouty.
so we're gonna come over to Paige, who's I mean, I don't even know. You've got you've done so many things. Like we can't have enough phone conversations for careers and awards that she's won. So I don't even know where to start with you. But let's start with the fact that you're an adult woman and you do voiceovers for TV shows and movies, and you sing like a kid, but you're not a kid, and I don't even know what to. Hell, just go ahead and talk, because you just explained.
I was looking at the cork from the wine bottle, and I recently was working on a show, and I had to create. I didn't have a cork.
Mm-hmm. She's a Foley artist, by the way, if you just tuned in.
So if you're watching a show and someone is pulling the cork out of the wine bottle, and they have to pour it, and I had to create a sound like a cork without having a cork, and that's a pretty tough sound to create.
Oh,
but
wow.
I figured it out.
How did you figure it out?
I took a piece of styrofoam from a to-go box. They're made of styrofoam. And I rubbed it against the wine bottle, and it squeaked just like the cork. I just, off the top of my head, thought of it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like you have to be kind of...
creative.
Yeah.
You just have to, like me and my play.
Resourceful.
Until I got Lori, I was doing nails and things that should have been screws, and I was like hanging shelves where they didn't belong. But the idea was right until she came over and said, no, this is how it actually works, but great idea. It's the same thing. It's where you have to figure out, like, I have these 4 pieces of elements, and I need to make a sound.
Yeah, and anything that's not nailed down in the stage or the studio becomes mine.
But how? I have a question for you. How did you even think that you were even going to be good at this? Did you just run around and start rubbing things against the wall? And bugging? I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you.
Mom, you think I'm angry? I'll show you angry. And you're like, oh,
No.
that sounds like a horseshoe.
No,
and then you're
no,
like,
I'll
whatever.
tell you. I was like, speaking of anger, like I'll tell you, it started.
That
with
was my lipstick.
It started with dancers doing tap dancing for films. That's where it started.
Oh.
And they wanted to have the sound of the tap dancers doing that. But if I'll just show you a couple of these things.
Yeah.
so
So
we have time.
and then we're
Like-
going to continue at part
if you
2,
can
and
see
it's gonna play tomorrow. So don't worry. They're not leaving. It's just that you're gonna have a little delay, and you won't have Clint singing and Frank on the guitar and Lori doing her singing a cappella. I mean, amazing voice, and Paige making sounds
Crazy
and
sound.
noises. Yeah, I mean, and me, being silly. So
But I'll just show you real quick.
I'm not silly, but go ahead.
This is like just a bird,
Wow.
That's amazing. Close my eyes.
Wow.
And then a gun. If a gun made
But did you come up with that when
Yeah,
you were
I made that up.
angry? Let me do that. When you were angry one
not
day,
easy
you're
to
like,
do
"What
it.
are you talking about, Mom?"
It doesn't sound the same when you do it.
No, I have to
maybe.
try to do a bird flying slowly. It's all
Okay.
really hard.
Am I going slower? Oh, wait.
really slow? It's
See,
really
I don't
hard.
even do it.
That sounds like a
because-
helicopter kind of.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
a little bit.
helicopters.
Hey, we just came
Oh.
up to. Oh well, hey, I'm a helicopter Tarzan.
It's crazy.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I'm only getting one side.
That sounds like a bat is right at your window. It's a little too close for comfort.
That is so cool.
It's a cool
But
sound.
anyway, you're better, so go ahead.
With
So
if a gun made a noise, you wouldn't use the gun because it would be unsafe. Guns don't rattle. But for the audience to hear, like you're going to start to hear it when you watch TV shows now.
Okay.
Like if somebody pulls a gun out of a holster, I'll take like a piece of leather that squeaks, and I'll go like. And you'll start to hear guns now that I've told you that. It's like a
Oh. That sounds hot. Yeah.
or a rope squeak. I'll go for a rope squeak.
Imagine if she were mad at her boyfriend or a guy. She could literally haunt him with the noises of, right?
Oh, I would do footsteps. I would do scary footsteps.
Oh, dear goodness.
no.
See, you know what? We'll be right back with Psycho. And
It's Psycho.
no, but it sounds fun. I mean, and girls,
really
take
fun.
note because you could learn it too, and it'll scare him. You're not Psycho, Paige. I'm not saying that, but I'm just making a joke, like Glenn Close. Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
these are a tax write-off because they're sounds of animal feet.
Darn it! I'm going to start doing sounds and write off my whole body. Okay, bang it up against a wall. So anyway, we're going to continue with the show here, and right. So why are you guys all? Oh my God! Look at you! You guys are like a bunch of little kids just staring at mommy over here. Mommy, it's my birthday show, and I don't know what to do with these kids. Nobody bought me a cake, and I have to blow out my own candles. But we'll be right back. We're going to continue on. I'm Heidi Selexa with Out of the Friend Zone, and so Jarvis, did we cut it off, or what do we have to do?
Hey,
Oh,
you're listening to Out of the Friend Zone with Heidi Selexa. Yeah.